Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
A call, but it looks like he missed a couple of CS. He's still ahead, but was able to get back. Maybe it was a cannon wave, and he was able to time it well. Either way, he's still enjoying a pretty nice laning phase himself.
A good trade. I think either team making the right call here. BNK wants to play towards the top side, getting grubs when you have Yone and Renekton is definitely a solid investment. And on the flip side, Nongshim playing towards their stronger bot lane. And it will be Hextech next. Mihao, oh, he is low on mana, but does have two cookies.
He can't really clear the wave, and now he's just going to get rooted by the Zyra, not able to avoid any of that. And so it's first blood handed.
What they're looking towards is team fighting, but if it's a perfect...
Wait, you just saw him clearing the wave. Oh, he's going to be rooted. Now Mihail might be dead. He is going to go all out, trying to take out Clear, and he does get the kill. He knew that he could stay and get the 1v2, and that he does, just barely.
That's not bad. He has TP advantage.
Yeah, might just be able to pick them up there. About to spawn, but take a look at this. A 1v1 down on the bottom side. Also a wraparound from Clear. And there you go. The Rakan goes in. You dive onto the backline. Sylvie is very low. He's trying to get out, but he cannot. Even Yone, closer, was looking for the follow-up there. And that's just a kill. Mihail does not get killed, but he gets pushed out of lane. And that's a couple of extra wins for BNK FearX.
Really nicely done there by BNK.
There is a chance of a Chemtech Soul Oxys here. We'll see what happens. But it is going to be the first rate going to BNK.
It does feel imminent, doesn't it?
It kind of does, yeah. I don't know why. Could be Ocean. No, it's Infernal.
I just like the feeling of everyone turning into a beefcake. I just think it's funny.
League of Tanks. Yep. And Henna just going to dash out of the way of that ult and use the barrier as Guger just hooks the wall. Here comes Sylvie, though, and that should push the Zeri out of the lane. Good job by Henna to try to get out of this one, but he does try to back in the bush. Force back. So pressure in the top side from the Renekton continues, but a nice little play as a team from Nongshim to pressure the bot turret.
Still a successful play, even though they don't get the... I think ideally you at least get the flash. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he might just kill him here. The all-out does come down, though, and he is under turret, so Clear is going to have to back away. But guess what?
Oh, boy.
The whole team, it feels like, is up here. And even the Rakan quickness is going to be utilized just to make 100% sure. And it's just not a fun game for Mihail, who, again, chose this life.
They knew. Yeah, this was... You kind of knew this was coming. And BNK especially, I think, plays so well when they can be the aggressor. It's what got them the wins. And even though this isn't a full... I just wish... Because this happens to so many champions, because so many of the champions that are good and competitive like just need a buff or two or enough stuff to get nerfed.
Yeah.
Like, we've learned these lessons. We are a region that has been known for Renekton B1 for a really long time. So we should... We just copy your old homework.
Yeah, I mean, things change, so it's kind of hard, but I do agree. There are answers. Either way, we do have some action here, as Teleport's going to come in, but Guger is getting bullied. The MF ult is okay. It's actually going to zone them off of Guger and let him survive, but this Renekton is just gigantic, and they have to run away from it, as another blast going to be utilized here by the side of Nongshim, as a root comes down and ult as well, and Jiu does not have flash. In a bit of trouble, but the damage doesn't come in! Oh! Henna is going to die, actually, takes the last turret shot, and Jiu just baits him in.
I actually quite like that. Given that you don't have your sums, that they're like, no, we're not going to risk it. We're playing into Yone, Renekton. They have flash, Rakan has flash, and we don't. So, surprising level of level-headedness here from the Noodle Boys. Doesn't mean it's good. Still, BNK getting the Infernal, and I think I don't have to really highlight why BNK getting more damage is good. Their composition stands or falls by, do we blow up a target in time? Leandries. Add Blade of the Ruined King and Infernal Dragons on top of that.
No, actually Raptor is going to get hooked here, and a full MF ult hits him in the face. Unfortunately, the rest of the team is kind of zoned away. Raptor going to get hit again, and he is going to go down, somehow barely dying to that. Guger does get traded back, but kind of funny that Sylvie was able to extend that and actually pick up the kill.
Yeah, that spear should have never hit Raptor, guys. We had enough people there to ensure that that doesn't happen.
Yes.
The burn ends up coming through, not going to mean an objective, but still a nice little win for Nongshim. And it's these type of little victories that keep this game feeling like it is within touching distance. Hannah giving a kill over, Raptor trading his life, but he had a big shutdown. And you know, Guger's life is a Nautilus. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
We all know about the
Nautilus
Nautilus
matter.
have fun.
It's...
No, we never learned his full lore, so how can we know it's matter? Get the flash out of the Corki. Gonna be a big win here for BNK, and Closer really wants to play aggressive as we have double TPs coming in here. I don't... So obviously, the Nongshim TP is the one that set this one off. Definitely not necessary as...
Mihail trying to bait him in here. It might actually work as there is an MF nearby, but actually he just gets popped like a balloon. And now the MF is like, oh crap, it's a giant croc. What am I going to do? And it's a 1v1, the flash away. He does get the kill, but it's a double kill for the Renekton. As Clear will win in the end.
Oh, that's a 2-item Renekton right there. The Sterix keeping him alive for so long. Miao thinks he's tanky, finds out he's not. And yeah, for sure, you try to go for this. This is very early, though. This is still a big risk. Sylvie's alive, so I'm not 100% sure as to whether they should actually go through it. I think they, yeah, let's peace out. I think we should celebrate that. I think we should collectively be happy about this as another attempt and another... maybe yes, maybe no. I don't seem to be too sure.
Say it ain't so. Well, they're actually looking for the engage here. They are going to try to go on to Guger, but that's a double Yone ultimate. Catches the Kazante, who just gets ripped to shreds. As Fisher doesn't have flash, but he is just able to kite this one out as Renekton, after he uses a slice and dice, now able to get in there. Big double up.
How do you
how
do you win the fight and then use TP and still lose? And the answer is, Clear is a raid boss. We saw there as well, right? Like, find a fight and you can come back. But if you're a weak spot in the LCK, like, you will just get dove on repeat. You know, the punish game, I think Peanut is always my peak example of this.
Yeah.
Where if he identifies that you are vulnerable, you're not playing the video game. And I think that's really where we see the difference here. And I think BNK doing a really good job of exploiting that inexperience, particularly on a pick like the Kazante, where it feels kind of counterintuitive because of how tanky he is. Yeah, he's taking a beating. Like, neither side lane is going to feel great.
Clear is just running it, and he has randoms. Fisher doesn't really do damage to him at all, and he gets the slow in. Now he's just running through 3 people. He is finally going to be traded back, but the rest of the team has followed up. The giant MF ult comes in, but Closer immediately shuts that down, lines the ball up, picks up a triple kill, and Guger is just food for the rest of them. BNK FearX pick up the ace, they'll get the Baron, and they're looking good for game 1.
And Clear does the setup, soaks the cooldowns, gives his life. They are only 1 series ahead. And yeah, in terms of game score, they have a pretty sizable lead. But Guangdong this week is playing, and let me double check that, Hanwha Life and DK.
Yeah.
And BNK is playing Nongshim and Bro.
Yep.
So I think for BNK, these are must-win matches, and if you win these, your playoffs becomes so much more manageable. And right now, they're looking up to the task.
Yeah, they definitely are. And we even saw at the end of that last team fight that Henna just feels so comfortable in this kind of thing because he comes in right at the end and he's just cleanup duty, and that's where Zeri is really at her strongest, which is another thing in the draft that we were kind of surprised about, that Zeri was just totally ignored teams to figure out how to draft against their opponents specifically. And yeah, this game, we're not talking too much about it because BNK has a 10,000 gold lead and they're about to get their second Infernal Drake, which will be a nice learning experience as well for Mihail to say, hey, this is going to happen more. This keeps happening. How do I deal with this? You know, how do I figure it out? And yeah, no, they're not killing him. It's not going to happen. Like, Fisher is putting all of the damage into him as possible, and it just doesn't matter. Arm guard purchased by Sylvie just to go down. Duro did go very deep, though, as he might be... no, it's just going to get rooted up. Will Mihail, who was desperate to try to kill just the Rakan, who has Warmogs. And now, Clear is going in. Zeri is getting focused. Yes, he'll go down, but Closer is in the back line. And Gio desperate to try to run away from this one. Not the cleanest fight, but BNK FearX just kind of bang their head into the wall and get the job done.
In a classic BNK fashion, Hannah just gets popped. Nobody cares. Doesn't change anything.
Oh no,
and we
trying to ult in front of them. That's not going to work out. He's got GA as well. And that's going to be the end of the game.
I haven't even talked that much, but I think we see here as well with how far behind the front line was, particularly Meow. Like, Gio just never had any space. There was always someone there to cancel, and man, what?
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say,
Okay.
See you on the next one.